Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. We are here at, where are we again? Mount Bur-Omisace. Something like that. And I've spent all my gil, so I have nothing to give you. You don't have to look. You don't have the look of a pilgrim, nor a starving refugee. You have money? Go on, buy something. I'm sure you would like me to do that. Some of these weapons are better than what we have, but I am broke. Not that so much better, though. And a lot of these things aren't better. Or I already have them. But that's considerably better than what Vaughn has right now. Yeah, and the further we get down the list here, the worse the weapons get. Yeah, I think we're good. We don't need any of that. Many are the fiends that lurk in the crags of Paramina. But of them, the elementals appearing during heavy snows are the most dangerous. Yeah, I noticed. Here on Mount Bur-Omisace, the Kiltias protect us, yes. We will not need to leave our home again, yes? Be at ease. Mount Bur-Omisace is a holy place, protected by the gods themselves. You need not fear a thing. Howdy, Pilgrim. Kupo! Would you like to buy a map, Kupo? I mean, this map is pretty cheap for Mount Bur-Omisace. There must not be a whole lot to this place if the map is so cheap. We gather in this place because Mount Bur-Omisace is the holy mountain of the Kiltias. We are safe from empires and their wars here. This is not the best land upon which to make a living, but here we are safe from armies and fiends. That is enough. I was set upon my fiends in Paramina Rift. When the Kiltia saved me, I owed them my life. More than 10,000 souls find peace on Mount Bur-Omisace. Our doors are open to all, and blessings of the gods be with you. Farum. We cannot rely on the Kiltias to provide everything for us. We must do what we can to help. This place reeks of poverty. There's not a thing of value in the whole camp. Ugh. What I just said, you didn't hear that. I'm a refugee too. They kick me out of here if I have no place to go. Me? I was born in Narbradia. My village was burned to the ground in the war 2 years ago, and I made my way here. I envy you Damascan folk. Even an occupation's better than seeing your home and everything you love reduced to a pile of ashes. Ah, another refugee. I can see you're weary. Please eat and rest. You are safe here.
They say the Grand Kiltius Anastasis can silence a king, or even an emperor, with a single withering glare. What I want to know is, why does he hide up here on this mountain? He should be down there, stopping those warmongers.
I hold my cheese racks in the gutters for food, not for sport. Here I sleep with my belly full each day. It is like a paradise, you see.
Ah, a new arrival. Don't worry, no need to jump the queue here. There's food enough for all.
I'm kind of having fun with the voices now, as you can tell. Ah, new arrival. Don't worry, no need to jump. Oh wait, that's the same guy. That's not the same guy. Well, they are the same guy. They are the same guy copy and pasted, but they say they're two separate entities, and they're saying the same stuff. We are refugees from the Republic of Landis, fallen to the Empire long ago, before you were born, son. When we first came here, there were a few of us, enough. Now the fires of war rage outside, and we are close to overflowing. We need to build a wall. There's enough for all. Please, no pushing. Ahead on the temple grounds, there's a Vera, name of Relj. I've heard her kind were frigid, but that one is made of ice. Ice, baby. You came through Golmor Jungle? Ah, yes. I see. You japed with me. We both know no Vera would allow a human to pass through their wood. See how many tents there are. There are more every day. I'm thinking to leave this place. The more people come, the less space there is for all, huh? Up from here are the temple grounds. Never been myself. They don't feed you up there. Ah, a pilgrim. The temple grounds are ahead. The lights shine upon your path. Farum. Welcome to Mount Bur-Omisace, holy mountain of the Killites. May I ask why you've come to us? I guess on pilgrimage. I see. All are welcome here. At these temple grounds, you will find the sanctum where the Grand Kiltius Anastasis presides. I'll just stick with pilgrimage. Now let's say we're refugees and see what she says. I see. All are welcome. Same thing. However, this is the way to the temple where the Grand Clitus Anastasis presides, the Kiltius 10 to refugees beside the road by which you came. Okay, not the same exact thing. But it's just, I guess it doesn't matter. Can't fly in Jack, so I came by ship. But the view from here was worth the long journey. I'm no believer, but this place is impressive.
Every day we welcome more refugees seeking the protection of the Kiltius, and our capacity to feed and shelter them grows even more strained.
We cannot... I guess it's this guy, the monkey guy.
We cannot feed the refugees indefinitely, but must give them the means to feed themselves. If only one could magic foodstuffs.
The building ahead is the main temple. Within you shall find the Hall of the Light, where His Grace Anastasis presides.
The islands floating in the sky are said to be the remains of a great sky continent, shattered and fallen long ago. Even now, they bleed power, robbing airships up there by a Bur-Omisace.
Ah, a pilgrim. Continue on to reach the Hall of the Light, where presides His Grace, the Grand Kiltius Anastasis. Anastasis?
My sleep is off trouble late. I pray 'tis merely the nerves of an old man. Light guide your path, fair.
I should maybe do some more serious voices for some of these characters. It's just a lot of reading. If you want to talk to every single fucking NPC. The old and wise Numau elders teach us Kiltius. Simply speaking with them is a revelation. We Killites live on the gifts of believers. In the past, Nabradia and Dalmasca too gave generously, but those days are no more. The elders are concerned about the future of our mountain. Are the ever-swelling waves of refugees a sign of more evil to come? Farum. The refugees' numbers are growing, while the pilgrims decrease. It is said, I would think the faith vital in times such as these. It is sad. I ask that you remain quiet while in the Hall of the Light. His Grace is a dream sage and must have silence. Do not disturb his meditation. That's a woman. I don't know why I gave her a man voice. I came to the Paramina Rift hoping to study a rare strain of worm known as the viral. Sadly, I've been most disappointed. If not the rift, where might it be? Mount Bur-Omisace is protected by the holy power of His Grace, the Grand Kiltius. Once long ago, a great worm filled with avarice sought to steal the riches of our mountain, but His Grace drove it off to Paramina.
Alone? Relsh, do not say such things. Alone. Leave me alone. The hearts of humans are weak. I dare not grow close to them, lest mine grow weak as well.
Well, fuck you too.
Up the steps you'll find the Hall of the Light, where presides His Grace, Anastasis.
Ah, you are in Lord Larsa's party, yes? The Grand Kiltius awaits within. You shall find him through these doors. His Grace Anastasis awaits here. Awaits ahead. His Grace, the Grand Kiltius, is a dream sage. He has known of your coming for some time.
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole. Only the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, Your Grace. I am
Lay
Shadia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltius, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her accession to the...
This is something you might reconsider. My little emperor-in-waiting. You called and I have come.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance. Alcide Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor. I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Al-Cid. They dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Idris in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the resistance would stop cold, and Rosario's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
Father.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our
A
Emperor?
deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
A viper amongst our
With
senators.
Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We have no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies. I see the serpent coiled here before me.
Trace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath. Do not tell me you join in this mama's farce.
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Reign, Solidor! As Judge Magister and upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vane did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mama's motley well, Bergen. Such strength. Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all. She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Yeah, I think that's the guy. I'm pretty sure this is the guy in the city right here. So that tells me he's gonna be like the final boss of the game, or
Do it. I care not.
or like the main enemy or threat.
Live, Cabrantha. Protect the young lord. Protect Lartha.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with vain Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vayne's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war under Vayne's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Damaska now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power against power. Truly, the words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Shelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream. My dream too fades into day.
Larsa leaves the party. Oh man, I was hoping he was gonna join our party as a guest. Al said. That would be cool. Okay, so a lot happened right there. A lot happened. Well shit. So at this point, yes, Vayne is an antagonist, definitely. Without any doubt at this point. Really kind of showing up here as like the main enemy, final boss of the game, and there'll be no reason to think he wouldn't be that guy right now. I just know that other guy, I know he's in Dissidia. I mean, the way that the Dissidia quote-unquote villains are not always the final boss of the Final Fantasy games, but they're the characters that are in the game more so than maybe some other final bosses. Like in Final Fantasy 1, you see Garland early on, and then you kill him. And then you go the rest of the game and you have to deal with the four fiends, and eventually at some point you find out that there's somebody that brought the four fiends to your time. And it turns out at the very end of the game that it was Garland. He's back. When you killed him, he time traveled somehow, and him and the four fiends are like sending each other to the past and future. And Final Fantasy 1 has that confusing of a plot. I mean, it's not much of a plot. I mean, that's really the gist of it. But the Garland is the final boss in Final Fantasy 1. He's in Dissidia. Final Fantasy 2, you have the Emperor, and the Emperor is in the game. You know about him the whole game. He's the final boss. Easy choice for Dissidia, for the villains. Final Fantasy 3, there's really no main villain that is established throughout the whole game. You kind of find out about Zan later in the game, and you don't see him until just about before you kill him. But then after that, there's a new villain established in the Cloud of Darkness, and then you kill the Cloud of Darkness. Cloud of Darkness is in Dissidia. Final Fantasy 4, the whole game, for most of the game, you go the whole game thinking that you go most of the game thinking that Golbez is the main threat. He's the villain. He's the guy, and he is for the whole game almost. At the very end, though, it's revealed, he was being mind controlled, and then you kind of have an out of nowhere final last minute villain who becomes the final boss, and that's Zemus. But Golbez is the one they put in Dissidia. Even though he wasn't even a bad guy, he was just being mind controlled. So I guess Final Fantasy 4 is the first game whose the villain they put in the game isn't really a villain, and he wasn't the final boss of the game either. 5, the final villain is XII. You find out about him halfway-ish in the game, and he's a threat for a while, and he's the final boss. 6, Kefka. Kefka's the threat the whole fucking game of Final Fantasy 6. He's the final boss. 7, same thing with Sephiroth. 8, you don't find out about Bur-Omisace till later in the game, but she is the final boss. 9, Kuja's the threat the whole game. He's not technically the final boss, but he's a part of the final series of boss fights. You fight Kuja, and then you defeat him, and then you get thrown into this random out of nowhere boss fight against the god of death, Necron or whatever. But they went with Kuja for Dissidia, obviously. And 10, Jecht. You know about Sin. You know that Jecht is Sin throughout the whole game, or not the whole game, but a lot of the game. And Jecht's not really a villain. He's just, you don't really know, because a lot of the game you don't know why Jecht is Sin, but eventually you find out that he became Sin because someone had to become Sin, and he sacrificed himself. But he's not a bad guy. He's just kind of, his mind is fucked. And but you fight him, and he's technically not the final boss, but he really kind of is the final boss, because you do have a boss fight after Jecht against Yu Yevon, who Yu Yevon really is truly Sin. But it's a fight you can't lose. It's an easy fight. and Yevon's not really a person. He's just reduced to like an insect or whatever. Not an insect, but you know what I mean. He's just like a little blob. Anyway, so was it like the guy? His name's Gabranth or something like that in this game. Well, obviously he's going to be a threat of some sort. He's going to be somebody we're going to have to deal with or something. Or he might just be straight up the final boss of the game. Maybe we never fight Vayne or something. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. But I'm sure at the end of the game, when I've completed it, I'll see why they chose Gabranth to be the quote-unquote villain role for Final Fantasy XII and Dissidia. Anyway, I don't know. It probably wasn't necessary for me to explain all that. But whatever.
Larsa has gone to the inner sanctum with the Grand Kiltius.
Join my party, dude.
I believe the news of the Emperor's assassination came as something of a shock. Was I overly direct, perhaps? No matter, he is in good hands now.
So what, Vayne poisoned his dad?
The light may lack strength in arms, but we are not powerless. If the Grand Kiltius can sway Arcadia and Rosaria, war can never be averted.
The Sword Kings is held deep within the still shrine of Miriam. Go south through the Paramina Rift. The light guide you. Ferrum. South of Paramina Rift. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Where I was earlier, they wouldn't let me through. But now I have the approval. I gotta take a shit. I want to try to get through the. All of a sudden, I have to take a mean shit. I'm just gonna tell you. I want to get to the end of this this episode, though.
You go to the Still Shrine to claim the Sword of Kings, so the power that King Wraithfall gave the Kiltius shall once more grace history's stage.
Third, we maintain the entrance to the shrine of Miriam. The interior is the demesne of fiends, ancient and powerful. Be wary, friend. Okay, so I guess I'm wrong about Larsa. I guess he can't be trusted. He does want peace. Because even that guy we just talked to, he basically said he saw that in Larsa's dreams he does want peace and yada yada. I don't think I can wait to the end of this episode. I'm gonna try though. I know I'm giving y'all I'm giving y'all TMI. I know it. I apologize. What words did His Grace share with you? Do not forget them, even be their meaning unclear to you now.
My sleep is oft troubled of late. I pray 'tis merely the nerves of an old man. Light guide your path, Ferrum.
The islands floating in the sky are said to be the remains of the great sky continent, shattered and fallen long ago. I think most of these people now are saying the same stuff they were saying earlier.
We cannot feed the refugees indefinitely, but must give them the means to feed themselves. If only one could magic foodstuffs, yeah.
From here are the temple grounds. Never been myself. They don't feed you up there. That's alright. I'm kind of broke. Yeah, I don't even have enough gold to get a chocobo. Alright. So I just need to go south. Well, no more Larsa, so we can't rely on him for healing us and whatnot. So, that guy was Sid of the game, but wasn't that one guy we saw for like one scene? Like, because we know there's some scientist guy for the Empire named Sid, right? Right? And I was thinking like that kind of big statured guy with the blonde hair and glasses. I think he had blonde hair. Pretty sure he had glasses. And he was talking to himself. And he stood up in front of Vane. Like, I thought that was Sid. Maybe it is. I mean, that guy has something Sid, so there probably is a regular Sid in the game too, and there probably is some scientist guy that works for the Empire, and it is probably that blonde-headed guy with the glasses, so I wonder, are they related then? Is that guy like his son? But they're not, but he's not from the Empire, and he fucking speaks Russian? I don't know. Because they've all said, like, the Empire people they mentioned said he was a scientist.
To walk this rift in ice and snow, this is part of our asceticism. Go up the slope and south from here to reach the still shrine of Miriam.
Everywhere you go in Ivalice, there is war. Only on Mount Bur-Omisace do we refugees find peace. And there it is. Huh. Well, I didn't use Libra, but it's showing me the mines, so that's good. Balthier can't reach them. He needs to be the one stealing them. And use magic with Fran. Yeah, these things are kicking our asses. Oh my god. Fuck you fuckers. Fuck you. Can you stop attacking me? It's almost dead, come on. It's too fucking far away. Come on, Bosch. There we go. What the fuck? Damn, can you stop murdering Fran? Sledgehammer, which I already have equipped on both here. Well, I didn't mean. Oh shit! I did not mean to do that. Fuck! I really fucked that up somehow. Alright, I was able to cancel out of it, I guess. But yeah, I accidentally was about to do Fran's quickening. Gil. Love to see it. Alright, so this is where I'm going to end things here. Until next time.